SHL week tonight. I am Force of Will, and I am joined by we have at least 5 other people right at this very moment, and we're actually going to be joined by the 6th in a little bit. But let me introduce Banja first. Banja, how you doing this evening?
Doing pretty well. Can't wait to get to those awards.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And of course, since this is the last night, we're gonna blow out SHL season 4. We're gonna do everything. We're gonna do awards. We're gonna do all-star voting. We're gonna cover everything. But who better for us to cover all this with than the SHL season 4 champions, Tiny Fin Fan Club. We're joined by Fly Sly, Sehun, Arcane THL, and Jasper. How y'all doing this evening?
Doing fantastic.
Doing great.
Excellent. So let's go ahead and start off real quick, and we're just gonna do a quick little championship review of the match last week. So y'all ended up laying it on Sexy Hombres in Texas. I think the final score, even though apparently the G Kick and Rogue JT match did not get put up on the site, but the final score was 17-8 this weekend. It was actually relatively close until Saturday night when Sehun you swept Anamore, and then on Sunday Night Ticket, G Kick swept Rogue JT. So what are some of y'all's thoughts for this match this week in terms of, how'd y'all perform? How'd y'all,
To be honest, I was expecting a lot closer match than this, but I mean, what we did to Hombres is what we've pretty much done all season. We went in, did business, and left.
Yeah, y'all have. It's like I think y'all ended the regular season with the most points. I believe. I could be completely mistaken on that, but I think y'all, if y'all weren't the most, y'all were at least the second most.
I think it was really close. I think it was within like 5 points of, I think it was Flint Tropics.
All right. So, any highlights, like any highlight matches from this past week? Is like, I know Arcane, you were telling me before that you were the sole person for Tiny Fan who ended up losing their match, but you were also playing against Ridiculous Hat.
Yeah, it was pretty much a lose-lose situation right there.
I think Arcane had like the biggest PR disparity, so it wasn't like a lot of pressure on him. Like if he wins, he wins. We like half expected him to win because of how well he was doing this season, but it wasn't like a big deal that he did lose, if you know what I mean, because they did spend like a lot of PR to get that match from us. And we still had a really good chance.
Yeah, they really did. It's like, because their top 3 are all, 448 or higher at the going into the match, I should say. So, so again, congratulations, y'all, on winning the championship. This was a pretty big accomplishment, especially for a team. This is y'all's first season in SHL. Now, how many of y'all have actually played SHL before, and how many not? Because I know Arcane, you've been in SHL for a couple seasons, correct?
Not correct. Last season, I was mostly used as a sub for the first couple weeks for KNR.
Okay.
Then like a couple weeks later, I was a sub for the good old folks over at Piss. Yep. And then like the last 3 or 4 weeks, I was picked up by Explosive Sheep to finish the season. So technically, this is my first full season in SHL.
All right, excellent. So, and then what about everybody else? Is like, I know Sehun and Fly, y'all have had a lot of THL, or I know Fly specifically has had a lot of THL success. So I think this was your first season at SHL, correct?
Yeah, Sehun, you can go first.
This is my first season for THL and SHL. It was just randomly, Alex was just asking me about, do you want to play a league, like a Hearthstone league where you play weekly? And then he told me there would be like 2 different modes, I guess. It's like one is THL, which is a Conquest, and one is SHL, that is Last Hero Standing. And then I was like, okay, cool, I'll join. And that's why you see me and Fly are on the same team on both THL and SHL.
Yeah,
Alright,
absolutely.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah, no.
Alright, so I got brought into THL by Golden Wisp Alec. I met him at a Tavern Hero in Flushing, New York. He beat me in the semifinals. I guess he thought I was pretty good. Invited me onto his team, and then I did pretty well the first season. And then over the summer, I saw C Parker's listing for SHL captains, and during the summer, like I was pretty bored out of my mind. I needed something to do, so I did the interview to be SHL captain, and then I formed this team. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and definitely a powerhouse team first season in SHL. And then Jasper, I'll be honest, I'm not 100% certain if this is this the first season for you in SHL as well?
Yeah, this is my first full season in either league. I only played SHL this year. I gained exposure to the THL community last season. I found basically found the community just through a search engine looking for Hearthstone leagues, and I hooked up with Aeon in last season for THL, and I was their spreadsheet ninja and kind of got exposure to the league that way. I substituted for them 1 week in THL, but that was it last season.
All right, excellent. So yeah, so basically an entire team of people who are new to SHL, but definitely not new to competitive Hearthstone at all. Is like y'all have definitely some experience with that. Banja, do you have any questions for Tiny Fin Fan Club?
Not at this point.
Okay, all right, excellent. So yeah, and we're gonna get to a lot more questions. We actually have the questions from the Facebook group, but we also wanted to offer up the opportunity for Tiny Fin Fan Club to offer each other questions up as well. So we're gonna get to that in a little bit. But again, congratulations y'all on winning a great season. Y'all were, I think, as I mentioned, y'all were up front, I think, for most of the season. So it was a pretty amazing thing to watch just week in, week out.
Yeah, for sure. I just wish we could have at least went undefeated. Yeah, I'm being a little bit greedy, but I mean, every team's going to have a small hiccup here and there. But I mean, we adapted and overcome.
Ultimately, the weeks that we had to put our mind to it and really buckle down and have a good week, we had a really good week, and the finals was no exception.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's like, especially considering y'all, and this is something that I know we brought up on the show before, is that yes, y'all are a member of the Green Division, and the Green Division as a whole did struggle this year, but more than 50% of your games was not against Green Division teams; it was against the Black Division. And Black Division had Temporal Legends, it had Big Deck Bandits, it had Zenergy. So it's not like you can't say that y'all faced easy teams. Y'all actually faced pretty difficult teams for the majority of your games this season. So that was very, very impressive overall.
Well,
Yeah.
just to comment on that real quick, I remember watching an SHL show. I think it was after week 4, and as a team, we stayed really tight-lipped about this. But after week 4, I think we were out to a pretty decent lead within the Green Division, and the comments that were being made on SHL tonight was like, "Well, they're in a weak they're in a weak division. The Green Division is weak." And we hadn't even played a game in the Green Division yet.
Correct. Which that is the thing that I brought up because I think I'll take credit for that because I said it's like no, y'all played all 4 of your games so far have been against Black Division teams.
Yeah.
So and that's where I said I thought y'all were the best team week in, week out.
We used it as fuel. It was our fuel.
Oh, definitely. So all right. So let's go ahead and start looking at these awards for SHL Season 4. This is, of course, the end of the season, and we have a bunch of awards to go through. Now, I will say these first set of awards, these are awards that are decided by the SHL board. There was no voting on these except inside the SHL board themselves. As I okay, so let's see. I can't You know what? Give me 2 seconds real quick. It's like, I'm going to actually share the document with y'all, but this is just because we're going to do it now, so I will share it with y'all. So I may call out to let y'all introduce some of the awards here. So give me 1 second. I'm going to put this in the Discord channel. So, okay. All right. So here's the awards for the season. All right. So let's start off, of course, championship team, the winners of SHL Season 4, Tiny Fin Fan Club. Again, congratulations to y'all on that. Runner Sexy Hombres in Texas, the spiritual successor to Pocahontas in Space. And so, again, congratulations to both those teams. Congratulations to all the teams who made the playoffs. I think this was probably one of the most competitive playoffs that I personally have seen in the few years that I've been involved with SHL. A couple years, I guess I should say. All right, so Banja, do you want to cover MVP?
Wait, shouldn't we do MVP last?
Yeah, we probably should do MVP last. Okay, so all right, so we'll start. Let's go to comeback player of the year. So, anybody but Arcane want to take comeback player of the year?
Hey, what the hell?
What? Just because you're being awarded one of these, one half of these, it's like. So,
yeah.
Firefly, you want to take comeback player of the year? Now, this is the player who has most improved from SHL Season 3.
All right, so comeback, yeah, like Forrest said, comeback player is the player that improved from Season 3, and the runner-up to this award is my very own teammate Arcane THL. Arcane improved from a 3-3 record last season to his insane 80-something% win rate season this season. So runner up to Arcane. And the winner of comeback player award is D Lineman, and he improved from an atrocious 1 win and 6 loss season from last season to an impressive and respectable 5-2. So although Arcane did do better than D Lineman this season, D Lineman's improvement from way more drastic than Arcane's, which is why the winner went to D Lineman. So congrats to both players.
I was about to say, and I actually had D Lineman on Team Black Lotus for Season 3, and yeah, he definitely did struggle last year. So I'm definitely glad to see that his record definitely improved this season to a 5-2, and actually helped Sexy Hombres get to the finals of the season. So congratulations to D Lineman for comeback player of the year. Any more comments on that? As I said, and also congratulations to Arcane. Yeah, your record was actually insane, and we're gonna get to that later on. We go back and talk about MVP, but Arcane, anybody you want to thank this season? I guess for your runner-up award here.
Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I mean, yeah, I improved greatly. It's just, I don't know.
So, all right. So, let's go with rookie of the season. So, of course, mentioned actually all y'all would have qualified for this award because this is all your first seasons in SHL. But the runner-up, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this one because I can butcher his name one final time for this season. The runner-up for Rookie of the Year is Frid. Frid Gaming is the runner-up for Rookie of the Year. But the winner is Sehun, with again an excellent record this year. So Sehun, congratulations on your Rookie of the Year or Rookie of the Season, I should say, award. Any thoughts? Anybody you want to thank for your award? I'm trying to do this like an award show, and it's just not going to work. I have a feeling, but
yeah, I would want to thank Five Sly for having me for this tournament, and I don't know, other for SHL, I just bring whatever I do well in cast journeys, so it's just pretty random decks I bring. So I didn't really have a lot of help for preparations.
Thank you for being a good player.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so Arcane, do you want to take the role player of
Sure,
the
give me
of
just
the
a second
season?
to pull up the stuff.
Yeah, no, not a problem.
Role player, right?
Yeah, role player. It's top of the second page.
All right, yeah. Well, according to this, there's only one player, and that actually goes to Inked.
So yeah,
Actually, there is a winner and runner-up. I just can't read. Sorry, fellas. Runner-up is Combat Wombat from Defy Sentiment, and the winner.
No, sorry, that's top captain.
Well,
That's top captain.
Still can't read. No, I'm going to go to my corner and be quiet.
All right, so Inked winning role player. And I guess I should explain. Role player is someone who played in multiple seeds throughout the season. I believe, if I remember correctly, I think Inked started in the 3 seed. It ended up going 6-1, I believe, on the season, because I know one of the matches was against Banja when they were both 5-0. And so he definitely moved his way through the multiple seeds and ended up being the number 1 seed for Team Weasel Shark. So again, congratulations to Inked on that award there. Now, moving on to top captain, since we've already talked about this one. Banja, would you like to take the top captain award for this season?
Yeah, sure. So the runner-up for top captain goes to the captain of Defias Henchman, Combat Wombat. And the winner of top captain from Dad Legend is Yellow Dart. Congratulations to both of those players.
Yes, congratulations.
And how do you determine a top captain?
Okay, so this is actually one of the little bit more subjective, and I talked to Mark Shire as one of the members of the board on how they came up with this decision. So for Combat Wombat as the runner-up, basically what happened is he came in as a captain to basically what was a shell of a team, and there was no DQs. He operated within the inherited group of players that he received.
Sehun.
I'm so sorry. To be fair, because of my DQ, we made the semifinals so much more tough. And
y'all did, yeah.
If I just win an easy 3-0, then the match would be too easy.
Good story.
Real quick, first of all, and I don't want to take away from any of these guys because Combat Wombat and Yellow Dart, they're great captains.
Sorry.
And obviously Fly Sly, great captain. But to be fair, when Fly Sly started micromanaging Sehun's email chains, starting with the finals, Sehun had no DQs. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, I literally typed out all his emails.
I appreciate that because it's like give you kind of a little bit of a behind the scenes here because I was actually involved in this as well as as the division manager for Black. So apparently, during the semifinals, somehow Sehun accidentally emailed himself to try to change the time of a match instead of emailing his opponent, and his opponent showed up on the original time. I gotta say, this is one of the most confusing ones because I actually had to go to like Google Translate to try to figure out, all right, is the 2 line exactly what I think it is, or is it the wrong thing? So I appreciate Fly Sly for you taking care of that during the finals because we've had DQs in the finals before, Mange, but I'm glad you were able to take care of that. So.
All right, back to top captain. Give Yellow Dart his due.
Yes. All right. So Yellow Dart, he actually brought in 5 players brand new to the league with no DQs, and he was near playoff contention the entire season, and actually only missing it by 1 point. And that was actually pretty exciting in the Black division to watch because I believe Zenergy jumped them the very last week, but they were still well within the playoff contention for that. So again, congratulations to both of them. They both came in with either new players or definitely very difficult situations to step into. So I think they both did very, very well with that. So All right, so the next award goes to Social Butterfly. So this is active on Discord, Facebook, etc., streaming some. So with this, I guess I'll go ahead and take this one. So Social Butterfly Award, the runner-up is Robobson, and the explanation the board gave with this one is he's active in Discord, one-word stories, also has helped with some casting. And then the winner for Social Butterfly...
Could you explain one-word stories briefly? I'm not sure what that...
I would say, I'll be honest on this one, I'm not even 100% certain as to what this is.
So Robobson is really good at telling one-word stories. If he says like hi, we're like also entertained. Like these are amazing stories. That's basically
why. Okay, I was like, I saw that. I was like, one-word stories. Like okay, like I just like I don't even know what it could possibly be. But okay, that sounds pretty cool. And then the winner, the co-host, the normal co-host though, he's had some things pop up the past few weeks. But Mojo Powell was actually the winner for Social Butterfly. He's been very active on all the social platforms. He's been, when he can, he's been casting with us here on SHL Week Tonight. So he is the winner of Social Butterfly. So again, congratulations to both of them.
I would just like to add quick, I'm glad you did not ask me to present this award because I think I actually came in last place in the Social Butterfly Award. I may be one of the least active people on some of the Discord channels. I will drag myself into a channel if someone mentions me to figure out how my name is being dragged through the mud, but that's just about it.
And that's fine. Actually, until this season I tried to for Team Black Lotus, I tried to have the Discord set up so that we could communicate through that versus doing like Google Hangouts and stuff like that. But yeah, if it wasn't for casting and doing my team, I probably wouldn't be that active in Discord either. I'm definitely not active on Facebook.
I think Jasper is not as bad as G-Kick. G-Kick is not even playing Hearthstone half the time. He's playing like Tom Clancy's Rainbow Road or something. Like
League of Legends.
Yeah,
League of Legends. Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, so that might make it worse than thing. So all right, so we are now to best new team, and of course this is going to be a good celebration from all y'all here. So the runner-up for best new team is Big Deck Bandits. Again, they made the semifinals, losing to y'all in the playoffs for a brand new team, and it was a very interesting team, but they did a great job this season. But of course, the best new team, the winner, how could they not be with a seasonal championship under their belt? Tiny Fin Fan Club is the best new team. So congratulations to all y'all.
Yeah, all y'all.
Okay.
We're good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Wait, were Big Deck Bandits like truly a new team? Like, did they have THL experience? Or...
I think they had THL experience. I have to actually remember to go back to. I would say, for some reason, I thought it's some component of like Dirty Mike and the Boys, but there's also the Flint Tropics, which is also partly Dirty Mike and the Boys as well. So I'm trying to remember what the thing was with Big Deck Bandits. Or is I
think Big Deck Bandits is made of Dirty Mike and the Boys, and the rest of them are new players to both THL and SHL.
Alright, I don't feel bad then, because if they were like all new players, then I would feel bad, but not anymore.
Yeah, so congratulations to. Okay, so actually, and Mark Shire told us in chat, only Imposition and Blake Hall had THL experience. Everybody else on the team was brand new, including the captain, Finicadair, I think. So, but yeah, congratulations to them, and definitely congratulations to y'all for winning best new team.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So the next award is I'm going to turn this over to Jasper. Have you done one yet?
I have not. Which one? Which one?
Big Game Hunter. So Big Game Hunter, a little explanation, is players who consistently beat opponents with higher PR than them. And you'll kind of get a sense as when we go through kind of the explanation as to why each of these people won this award. So,
all right. So, Big Game Hunter, runner up. I'm sure he's excited for this one. Is Arcane?
Oh
again,
yeah, you know it. I'm doing backflips right now.
So, yep, Arcane, runner up for Big Game Hunter. And the winner is Gurkbard. Put a strong showing, beating Shunsui with a 173 PR disadvantage, Dr. Dreidel with an 88 PR disadvantage, and Maddie Ebbs with a 204 PR disadvantage. So some nice work there.
Yeah, some definitely nice pickups and nice wins for Gurkbard there. Of course, Arcane as well, average as a number 3 seed, 102 below the average PR for his seed, and still has an amazing record overall for the season. So congratulations, Arcane. Again, another runner-up for you. And then congratulations to Gurkbard for taking the Big Game Hunter Award. All right, so we're to Best Content Producer. Banja, do you want to take this one? It's like, because I feel awkward taking this, and you'll see why in a moment.
Sure. All right, so for this one, we have the winner is SHL Week Tonight crew with an emphasis on Force of Will, and then some honorable mentions, including myself, Banja, Joe, HS, and Comp.
Yeah, it's like, and I think everybody involved between here and SHL Sunday Ticket, I think, deserve a really big round of applause for setting up all this, because I know Comp's been really hard working up setting up matches. Joe HS has been streaming the SHL Sunday Ticket for us. Banja, you've been casting with me on both tonight, SHL Week Tonight, as well as SHL Sunday Ticket the past couple of weeks. So everybody that's been involved with SHL content production has done an amazing job this year, and it's something that I'm definitely looking forward to going into Season 5. I think we can expand this and we can make this even better going forward. But
and let's not forget Dr. Dreidel.
And Dr. Dreidel too, yes. Dr. Dreidel definitely assisted with that as well. Mojo Powell, of course, definitely don't want to forget him. Mark Shire is like... Mark Shire just put in chat, absolutely. Is like, seriously, shout out to everybody who produced content for SHL this season. So, because this is by far the most active the league has been so far. So this has been absolutely great. I've been honored to have a part and role in this. And I can finally say I have a SHL award, because Lord knows my record is never going to be there to do that. So.
If I may, I think the content producer was a little questionable, but you started out the show tonight and actually pronounced Sehun's name correctly, and I think that just clinched it for you.
I mean, admittedly, what you didn't see before the show happened is I said it like 10 times in a row to make sure that I said Sehun's name right, especially considering, because again, I think every time that we brought him up on the show between here and Sunday Ticket, I somehow have slaughtered that name, because I think I was saying like Sehu Yun or something like that. I was like pronouncing each individual component of it. So I did get it right tonight, finally. Same with Fred. I finally got it right. It took me a while, but we got there. So
yeah, we definitely shout out to like all the content producers. Like the content is definitely my favorite part of the league. Like it creates the competitive environment when there's not exactly like a tangible prize. Like it really makes the leagues all the more exciting and enjoyable to play in.
I definitely agree with that. I mean, seriously speaking, I think you guys did a great job this season. So thank you for that.
Thank you. It was like I said, and I am certain that I'm missing somebody in thanking for between SHL Week Tonight and SHL Sunday Ticket. But again, thank you all, everybody that's assisted and helped, and of course, Power Rankings is like, I don't even know who everybody. I know Yellow Dart and Eric Hokie were doing SHL Power Rankings, so just so many people to thank for that. So, all right, so the next award that we have is crossover player. So this is a player who did well in both THL and SHL. And the runner-up for this one was Cody, and he had a combined match record of 14-4 between THL and SHL. So congratulations to him. But of course, the winner being from Tiny Fin Fan Club, Fly Sly, with a combined match record of 15-4 between the two seasons. That's just absolutely, a little bit above a 75% win rate between the two leagues. So congratulations, Fly Sly, for crossover player of the season.
Thank you. Like being crossover player, it's all about just getting your 2 matches down every week. Having like the time to plan an independent strategy for each type of format, and just like being consistent overall is. I think I'm exactly at 75% now after I got 3-0'd by Blood Hunter, but take these.
But still, though, it was like, I mean, because between the two leagues, you play a total of at least 16 games, I believe. It's like 9 for THL and 7 for S7, 16. Yeah. And then, of course, these records are also counting playoffs.
Yeah.
Here as well, but still, this is an absolutely insane record. So, congratulations. Thanks. For being crossover player of the year. All right, so most versatile. It's actually been about 20 minutes. Does somebody want to take this? I want to make sure that I'm not missing out on a G kick, because he said he was going to be about 20 minutes late. But let me just make sure I'm not missing him. So, how about Sehun? You want to take most versatile? Now, this is the player who has the best record with all 9 classes.
Okay. For the most versatile player, the runner-up is our one and only captain, the Fire Sly, and then the winner is Animor, which was my final opponent. Congratulations for both of them. Best. How do you guys both play 9 classes? Holy.
Do we have a comment on my wacky class choices?
Yes, and also, probably my team captain would have be the winner if he didn't choose to play like bad decks every week, like some J Shaman where no one plays at all. What did you play? One time I was spectating you on stream. You were playing some wacky rogue or something. I forgot what we were playing. But every week you bring me surprises, because every week I just bring the best deck. So I never understand how you make the weird deck work.
Well, I mean, Sehun, you never brought Hunter this season, and Fly Sly brought it once, but it was banned on, that one occasion. So I don't know if that qualifies.
That's still brave, though. To be fair, the only loss I have was against Dirty Mike, and the first time I lost was he had Hunter, and then the second time I got my revenge by banning Hunter. So maybe Hunter is the best deck, but we all just don't understand why.
It's like, I'm just saying, it is very impressive, because it's like you have to have a very wide range of skills to be proficient in all 9 classes to have a good record with those. So again, congratulations, Fly Sly. Congratulations, Animor. I believe that is the end of our awards. So it was almost the end. We have one last award to hand out, and then we'll get to the other half of this. So the last award is for MVP. So this is the most valuable player of the season. And the runner-up is on the call with us right now, Arcane THL. So,
Nice
Arcane THL, yeah, congratulations on being the runner-up for MVP this season. And the winner for MVP SHL Season 4, Animor. Now, just kind of go through a little bit of explanation as to what happened here. Oh, did Arcane just drop? He just got awarded runner-up MVP and dropped. Oh no! Yeah, it's like.
Wait, he left. Oh my god.
I think all of us on this team knew how much Arcane wanted to win MVP.
Yes.
Every day, like he'll be like, "Yo, I'm so nervous for my match. What if I lose this one finally?" And then it's like he just the MVP award was what kept him going all season, and it helped him strive for the record that he has now.
Yeah, he did an excellent job. And actually, I believe they both had the exact same match record, like 6-1.
I think Arcane was at 5-1 because there was a DQ. He won on a DQ on one of those weeks.
Okay, so he did win on a DQ.
Yeah.
And Arcane did actually have a slightly higher game win percentage. However, the main difference was, and this is again from the SHL board saying this, Animor was away from scoring as many points as he could possibly for his team. His one loss was a 3-2 compared to Arcane's one loss being a sweep. And so literally we're talking about a difference of probably 2 points between Animor and Arcane for MVP. But again, congratulations to both of them though. Going 6-1 on the season.
Also, shout out to Fred Gaming, who also went 6-1. A very close third because his game win percentage just wasn't high as the first two people. Shout out to Inked, who also went 6-1.
Yep.
Starlax 5-1. Shensui 6-1. And Cody 6-1. So a lot of very good MVP candidates this season. But ultimately, it came down to Animor's insane match win percentage combined with the game win percentage, and Arcane as a runner-up because of his insane game win percentage.
Yeah, I mean, having all these one-loss teams makes this voting extremely difficult. Next season, if somebody would just go undefeated and make this decision a lot easier, it would be
correct.
Yeah, I mean, just somebody go undefeated, we'll be all set.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I think this is by far the closest, and we even Banja, I believe me and you talked about this 2 weeks ago, possibly.
Yeah,
about
so.
saying about how there were at least 5 or 6 people all with a record of 5-1 or 6-1 who could have taken the MVP title. And it's amazing that it came down to a person who his one loss. The only difference was his one loss was a 3-2 versus a sweep by the next closest. So that tells you how highly contested the MVP award was this year, which was amazing.
Yeah, this kind of speaks to how SHL season is 7 weeks as opposed to THL is 9 weeks. It's a bit easier to do well over 7 weeks than 9 weeks. Like 2 extra weeks, a lot of stuff can happen. Only 2 people could be left with one loss, and the way it worked out this season, we had a lot of people in contention.
Yeah.
So maybe a longer season next time would make the race have less subjectivity. But
definitely, yeah. No, definitely could. It's like, and I mean, I think there was a discussion on the Facebook group about how can we make it so that the seasons end at the exact same time. And I mean, I'm personally for expanding the league one more time to go up to 20 teams, and we just run the exact same schedule as THL, so that way, because then we will have those 2 extra games by default, and then going from there. So, but yeah, so again, congratulations both to Animor and Arcane THL for winner and the runner-up for MVP. And that ends the awards. Now, someone once told me the world was going to roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, but it is time for all-star voting. And I apologize for that joke. I was thinking of that was embarrassing. I'm sorry. It's like Smash Mouth should never have a part in this show, but it just did. So let's get to the SHL All-Star voting. Now, this was that was on the website. So we broke it down by seed and by conference. So black, green, blue, purple. So let's start with, since we have Tiny Pink Fan Club here, let's start with them. So the black, green number 1 seed All-Star vote winner was Frid Gaming. The number 2 seed was Sehun. Number 3 was Arcane THL. 4 was the Anarchist, and 5 was Risen. So again, congratulations to all 5 of them. I believe we are going to be trying to set up a all-star match sometime in the coming weeks. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But again, congratulations to all them, and congratulations to Arcane. I know he got off. I don't know what happened there.
Connection issues.
Connection
She
issues.
told me.
He's on
And-
his mom's computer. It's not working right.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
definitely. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, it's like, yeah, he's definitely. Yeah, I know he's visiting family right now, so connection may not be the best right now. But again, yeah, congratulations, Sehun and Arcane, of course, being members of Tiny Fin.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of playing in a THL All-Star game last season, and it was one of the funnest experiences ever. So, these guys are in for a treat. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So, Bonja, do you want to take the blue-purple All-Star voting?
Sure. All right. So for blue-purple, the number 5 seed All-Star is Cody. Number 4 seed is Sun Shui. Number 3 seed is Surlos. Seed 2 is Animor. And the blue-purple number 1 seed is Inked.
Congratulations to all of them. It does mean that when we do have the playoff match, we're going to get to see a replay of the finals with Animor against Sehun.
Yeah, I think this would be a really fun one. He had a really good lineup against me, honestly. I just spiraled.
Wait, is that how the All-Star game works? Like, I thought it was just you queue up randomly, and then all 5 people are in a call together.
Oh, it could be. It's like, I don't know. It's like,
really? That's so cool.
That would be very cool.
It's so fun.
It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm speaking from a point of no expertise on this, so I don't know it. I guess Mershire did say it depends on what the format for the All-Star match is. So, so yeah, so I think they're gonna do it the same as they did for THL. So it may be just a random.
Yeah, so it's random queue, and then all
but
5 people are in a call.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. So, all right. Well, congratulations to all the winners of the SHL All-Star voting. Nate, I don't know if the Lowell Will is the man. I don't know if that's for the Smash Mouth reference or what, but thanks, I guess. So anyway, we are now to the guest interview, of course, with all of Tiny Fan Club. Hopefully Arcane can get back on, and I haven't seen anything from G-Kick. Let me just check one more time just to make sure. Oh, it looks like he is back on now. And so...
G-Kick, get in here.
No, I'm saying Arcane is back on.
Oh, okay.
Or he was a moment ago.
Oh, G-Kick just joined.
Oh, G-Kick just came in. G-Kick, how you doing?
Yeah,
Hey,
doing
G-Kick.
good.
15-year-old savage.
Yep.
So, yeah, GK, congratulations on of course, winning SHL season 4.
Thank you.
So, we've actually just finished up the awards and the All-Star voting. Seed 2 is going to be in each seat for that. So now we're to the question section. So, I'm going to skip the first question that's on here because I think we sort of talked about that when we were talking about the championship review in terms of how did everybody sort of come together and in terms of having SHL experience. But I can go ahead and throw this to G-Kick. That, kind of what's your experience with SHL and is this kind of your first season in SHL, or you've been playing SHL for a while, or?
Well, I guess a few seasons ago when it was like THL Season 3, SHL was kind of like this minor league sort of deal. And I played a little bit in that before I moved over to THL. But this is my first full season of SHL play.
Oh, nice. Okay, great, awesome. So I guess I can go ahead and ask this. So kind of, I guess this is probably suited towards Fly-a-Sly, but how did y'all kind of bring the team together? How did you decide as to, who was getting on the team and everything else for this season?
Yeah, go Fly-a-Sly.
Okay, so I got from my practice group. I know Sehun's a very good player. I met him at an open, then queued into him on ladder. He topped as aggro shaman. He with no cards in hand. I have 5 health, about to stabilize as Reno Warlock. He ripped some lava burst. I added him at assault, and then we became friends after that. So that was Sehun. So Arcane, Jasper, and G-Kick I got from Facebook posts. Jasper I got from Mark Shire's recommendation. Arcane was one of the first people that I added to the team, and he helped me fill out the rest of my team with his recommendations. He served as the second captain of the team, like I said on the THL show. He's always in the Discord. He tags me in the when players aren't remembering their classes. So I think Arcane gave us an advantage as a team in that we had 2 captains pretty much. I think he's definitely more active in our Discord than I am, like just building team culture and telling us all about his day. He'd be like, "Yo, hey ladies, like how's it going?" And then for G-Kick, he commented on my Facebook post, and then his PR filled what I had in mind. And although he's not active in Discord, like he just gets sweep after sweep, and it's been pretty good. One thing I try to do as a team is that so what Jasper does, like he makes a spreadsheet for every week and posts matchup charts. I think we definitely could have used up to my. So I'll kind of address Mark Shire's question about being a new captain in the league and advice to give other captains. So what you put in as a captain is like what you want to get out. So the more work you put in into getting your team to do stuff, the better your team will do. I think I definitely could have done more in terms of getting our team to practice. So one thing that I did once was I streamed a set between G-Kick and Arcane, and I wanted to review the set together with the whole team, but it's just hard to go in the call at the same time. But I usually find that watching like pros review sets are like really the best way to learn. Just pausing the video, taking time to break down every play and review options as a team, bounce ideas off each other like that. So that's one thing that I did once, but I think other teams should try to employ more to get better. I think that is the best way to get better. Also co-ops, just playing together or watching someone else play. I know Sehun and I co-op pretty frequently. We used to at least, like just for opens and
It's
ladder
off
when we're trying
season
to get
now.
finish. Huh? Yeah.
It's off season now, so it's kind of yeah. But yeah, I enjoy the days when we like go off together.
Yeah, Hearthstone is more fun with other people, so that's basically what the team brings you. And the more you play with each other, the better everyone gets, the happier everyone is. So yeah, that's what SHL is about.
So basically, it's prep and make sure that getting the practice reps in with your team to make sure.
Yeah. Also, all of us use Deck Tracker. If any matches, if we had particularly stressful games, we don't know what went wrong, we post the replays, and if someone has a time, we would review each other's replays. And I think Sehun was the biggest contributor to pointing out misplays in the opponent's side and our own that we could do better. Something else that we did, I'm pretty sure a lot of teams do this, but like we talk about bands with each other, talk about what archetypes, how to tech our decks. Yeah, one thing that I started doing pretty late into competitive Hearthstone is like teching that matches your ban. Like if you're banning like rogue, like you want to take your Galaka crawlers out. If you're trying to soft target something like say like Taunt Warrior, you want to add in your Dirty Rats. Yeah, just small stuff that I didn't pick up until later in my Hearthstone playing time. So just do the small things and pay attention to your techs, especially in the playoffs. I remember I think Fred banned my warrior. I had warrior. He banned my warrior and still brought Galaka crawlers, so I was like super confused. Like I didn't think that was the right thing, but you know.
All right. So I think that explanation just hit out like 4 of my questions. I think. Let's see.
Yeah.
So
We're efficient.
yeah, this is great. So all right. So what was the one thing you did differently as a team that got you the championship? Yeah, I think you just kind of explained the practice and getting all the together and doing the replays and everything else. So I think that kind of covers that. So we actually talked about this earlier, but I'll go ahead and ask it again. Thoughts on Green Black division as a whole?
Do any of you guys else want to take that question? Or I can keep talking.
You can go ahead.
Yeah, it's all yours.
Okay. So like Jasper said before, we were pretty offended when we were at the number 1 of the points, right? But then everyone was like, "Oh, all we play were Green Division people. They're all weak." But then, good thing that you guys caught that and saw that all we played was Black Division people. I don't know. I don't know how tough the other division was, but
People are just salty.
yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, no, we were pretty angry about that.
Yeah, I don't know how tough the other division was. I know they had like Flint Tropics. I do think we would perform well in whatever division we were in. I don't know. Yeah, just we would do well in whatever division, and it's fun to have more competition.
It definitely is. I will say that's part of this. I think this season going to the 16 team format, I think was definitely a advantage overall for the team because it did provide a lot better competition, a lot more competition, and so I definitely.
Personally, in terms of how our team got put together, I mean, I feel very fortunate that I kind of woke up and found myself on this team. The secret to our success is, I mean, no offense to G-Kick in any way, but you look at the top of our team, and you have the Fly Sly and Say Hoon, who are just outstanding players. You don't need to look any further than THL and see what they're doing on Team Golden Wisp to see how good they are. And then you add in a 3 seed like Arcane having the season that he had, and the top of our team was just top notch all season long. Personally, I started out really slow. I think I had a really kind of nervous start to the season, but came on strong towards the end as I was feeling more comfortable, and then that just really carried us through the playoffs. G-Kick really had just as strong of a start, maybe one more loss, I should say, than Arcane at the beginning of the season. He was on fire at the beginning of the season. I think 5-2 through that. So I mean, he was no slouch on our team either. And overall, just very fortunate that we had 5 outstanding players that were just consistent through the whole year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would definitely give the MVP for our team, like Arcane THL. Like as a 3rd seed, his PR was like, because me and Firefly were both 500, so like it's like the 3rd seed would take a lot of hit, on, like having harder opponents. So we can't have like high PRs for like 3rd, 4th, 5th. That's why like he did a really great job in playing as a 3rd.
And Mark Shore just kind of mentioned something in chat for the All-Star voting.
Yeah.
The thing I find really interesting is that I think G-Kick really deserved to be the number 4 seed All-Star, and I don't know who the number 4 seed All-Star was. I'm sure that whoever it is very deserving.
It was Anarchist, I think, but yeah. So,
and he's a very good player. But the thing that's interesting is that G-Kick got that record as the 4 seed the entire season. I was at the 5 seed for the majority of the season, getting the record I was getting, and G-Kick was getting his 5-2 record really as the 4 seed. And it wasn't until the last week of the season that I overtook him and moved into the 4 seed voting and dropped him down to the 5 seed voting. And I played Risen as the 5 seed All-Star, outstanding player. I think he kicked my what. When I played him, he beat me pretty handily, and is definitely deserving there. But G-Kick really should have been in the 4 seed All-Star voting, and that may have changed things up a little bit.
That's so sweet.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so let's see, Banja, do you want to take the next question about hello?
Okay, I think we should save that question for last.
Okay, yeah, we should say that question for last. All right, so unfortunately, since he dropped off the call and he's having technical issues, I'm gonna let y'all all answer for him. So this is a question that Mark Shire specifically asked in the Discord for Arcane. Is apparently there was some discussion going on about if Tiny Fin Fan Club ended up winning the season, that Arcane THL was going to get a tattoo. And so if he was going to follow through on this, which I'm not 100% certain he will, because he's doesn't sound like he's really wanting to follow up this with some of the conversations we had in Discord. But if you had to pick, what the tattoo would be, what would y'all pick as his tattoo?
He said that he would get Tiny Fin.
Oh, Tiny Fin?
Yeah, that's what he said at the beginning. He said after he lost, he said, "Okay, you guys have to win so I can get the Tiny Fin tattoo." And then we're like, "Okay, we're gonna try hard. Let's win this." And then after I won the against Anamor, we guaranteed to win the whole finals. He said, "Oh, I might not do it," because he said he was saying that the price they charged was hourly instead of like the whole tattoo. That he didn't want to pay like a couple hundreds for making a tattoo. That's what I heard.
Are you going to start a GoFundMe for?
I mean, I'm for it. I think this would be a discussion between on the in the Facebook group and on Discord to see if we should start a GoFundMe so that he can get his Tiny Fin tattoo.
I think the only thing that was holding him up before was the cost. I mean, he was complaining about a tattoo artist that was charging way too much. So if we help him with the funding, I think this is a done deal.
I would say, and I mean, he is visiting his family right now, so maybe when he gets back to Oklahoma, maybe there's something cheaper. I don't know. So now, just curious. Is there any discussion as to is it going to be like the card or the little Murloc itself, or is it just going to say Murloc Tiny Fin?
I imagine you'd want the face of the actual artwork of Tiny Fin rather than the name, because the face is what makes Tiny Fin cute, not the name.
Exactly.
Yeah, with the wide eyes and all.
Tiny Fin sounds pretty cute as well, but I would definitely like the icon more.
All right, so let's see. Now we're getting into the questions that y'all have asked each other. So let's see. So next question that I had was, okay. So actually, this is from the Facebook group. This is from Matthew Myers. Who was the toughest match y'all faced all year? I think I might know an answer to this, but I would like to hear what y'all say is y'all's toughest match.
I think our toughest match wasn't against an actual team, but it was within our team, and that was our toughest match was against Sehun. Versus Sehun's emails.
Yeah,
Sehun
versus himself.
Okay, yes, all right, I can go with that. I'm about to say
that's actually really tough.
I was gonna say it was gonna be Big Deck Bandits, but yeah, no, that basically covered it. So because I think the semifinals, I believe, it ended in a point tie, but y'all took it because winning 3-2. So it's like, but yeah, no, basically same reason. This is what I was thinking. So all right, so Sehun versus his email is the answer for toughest match. So
to be fair, my team tried to do a great job by like telling me to do everything on Discord. They're like, "Oh, classes due." I'm like, Okay, I'll go online then. And it's like matches due, and then like everything's try to tell me everything to do beforehand. But for some reason, all my matches always goes on either Saturday or Sunday, and then for some reason I just forget like time zone. Sometimes I just forget I need to play. I was watching like dramas, like playing ladder. Because sometimes when I get tilted on ladder, I just keep playing, like keep playing. I don't read anything else until certain rank I reach. And then after I realize, I'm like, oh, I think I missed a week. And then I have to like apologize in Discord, and then they're like cool, and they try like they're normally cool except the semifinal because that was the big one. And then I was like really sorry because the email thing happened. I emailed myself for some reason, definitely not on purpose.
To be fair to Sehun's defense, I mean, I have become a Sehun fan this season, watching him play as a professional. I think our first loss as a team may have been in week 2 or 3. I can't remember which one, and it corresponded with a Sehun DQ that week. But that was also the same week that he is getting a runner-up finish to DreamHack, beating Muzzy with the Exodia Mage, and I'm sitting here in awe watching him do this.
I
Like,
remember
yeah,
that one.
we didn't even care, Sehun DQs, we lost as a team. Like, we'll pick it up next week. Like, we're
Yeah.
okay.
I'll say, yeah. I think winning. I think doing well in a DreamHack outweighs DQing in Team Hearts League. I think pretty substantially. So, I forgot to. I should have brought this up earlier. Yeah, congratulations, Sehun, on that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was good. Except for losing to Muzzy again. How do you beat Muzzy is a good question I need to learn in the coming 2018.
Nice. So, well, since we're talking about your professional successes, I think this is a good time to ask this question. Jasper has actually asked this to you: so what are your personal goals as a Hearthstone pro for like the next year?
I think I would at least want to go to card back. That would be the least.
Mm-hmm.
And then the major would definitely be Worlds. That would be huge. That would be a lot of steps. So I wouldn't make that. I would make that as my final goal to like have a chance to go to BlizzCon. But before that, I think this year I might want to do well in maybe another DreamHack or like some local tourneys.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to at least get golden card back for 2018. So top 8 in ACC.
Nice, very nice. So yeah, there's actually pretty awesome goals to do for next year. So, all right. So, Manja, do you want to take the Arcane's question to Jasper?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry,
Jasper, I'm sorry. It's who is it worded as?
Sorry, I highlighted it right there for you.
All right. So Jasper, why are you so good with spreadsheets? Craigasm.
I guess I would kind of preface that as saying that I don't think I'm that great at spreadsheets. I kind of organize spreadsheets well. When I make a lot of the spreadsheets that I have, I end up seeing a lot of the limitations that I have within my own spreadsheets as opposed to some of the benefits. I always I tend to look at things that I could be doing with a spreadsheet more than a lot of the things that I have already done with the spreadsheet. There's a lot of things that I still can learn, but ultimately I kind of have a mind for statistics and patterns and things of that nature. So I enjoy spending a lot of time with them. I'm grew up as a single child living out in the country and did not have a lot of people to play with, I guess. So I spent a lot of time making spreadsheets, and I know that can be kind of pathetic in some ways, but it's brought me to where I am right now. So
Yeah, it's like,
that is
hey,
what it is.
I say you can't deny the success of having a good spreadsheet about with your opponents and all that type of information. It's like having good spreadsheets are definitely an advantage. So
I remember making spreadsheets that I would randomize the outcome all the way through and kind of have little pseudo tournaments with whatever I decided to have a tournament with. And it just kind of got me in the habit of following statistics and things of that nature, and mathematics and things of that nature. So
Yeah, it's honestly like super respectable that you're like self-motivated enough to like
Do all this
have this
spreadsheet.
like self-improvement mentality. Like if I'm left alone, like I will like if you gave me like a SAT book, right, and told me to study SATs like on my own, like I would not be able to do it. And like I feel like doing spreadsheets on your own just to better yourself is like a very respectable aspect of self-improvement. Like I need like really good people around me, like, and see myself like getting like people around me like in like a class setting, like getting like 1600s on their SATs while I'm drowning to motivate myself to do well. Like yeah, so I find it really respectable that you're that self-motivated.
And I kind of take the mindset with, and not that you want to move this into a spreadsheet podcast, but or stream by any means, but I take the mentality that Excel has a way to do it, whether it may actually have a way to do it or not, and it's just my own limitations in time that I can spend researching it to figure out how to do it. So it's like I always, if I want to do something within a spreadsheet, I just try to figure out how to do it until it's done.
Well, as someone in their normal job who probably uses spreadsheets way more than even I need to, honestly, sometimes I can definitely respect, having someone to handle those spreadsheets and do a good job with those is it's definitely very helpful. So, all right, next question. I think you should just ask this to Fly a Slide. Just
Yeah.
you can ask this one. So
I mentioned it, I think, earlier, but I want you to give me a real reason. Why do you play wacky decks every week? Do you just not respect your opponent? You're thinking that first seed is not good enough? Is that what you're saying?
So I'm playing like 2 matches a week, so it gets like pretty tedious and boring to play the same stuff every time. So
No, you play for a win. You don't play for fun. That's a wrong mentality. Okay, keep going.
So like once my team like clinches playoffs, I try to bring like experimental stuff, see how well I could play without making mistakes. That's pretty much all there is to it. Like once the team makes playoffs, clinches playoffs already, like I just want to experiment around, see what I can learn, get out of playing fun decks. And if I'm stream, like if I'm on stream, like hopefully give people a good show. Yeah.
it's like I will say, seeing fun decks on stream is definitely a benefit. Is like because it's the same meta decks. I'm like, okay. Well, we've seen this. We sort of know how this goes. So I'm definitely a fan of the fun decks and the wacky decks and stuff like that. Melee. Tiggery Biscuits did say in chat, accepting that your opponent sucks and will play meta decks is just part of the game. Wink. So that could be. I guess that could be some of the reasoning behind it too. But next question I have is Ben Stevenson. How much of a team success comes from naming the team after a zero-cost minion?
Well, so it has infinite value, so we will have infinite success.
Love
I
it.
like. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, if a team wanted to name them target dummies, like they would win the championship easy. Just not golden target dummies, because then you'll choke in the first round of the playoffs. But yeah, just target dummies.
Now, just curious, because I know Fly and Sehun, y'all play on Team Golden Westman THL. were they the inspiration to use a Seer Cross minion for the name of your team?
I guess I'll go over how we came up with the name.
Yeah, I forgot, but yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so I was with, I think at that point we had everyone that G-Kick, maybe G-Kick was on the team, and then I was just throwing out like name suggestions to the Discord, and all of them had Hearthstone references. And then no, we couldn't really get settled on an idea, so I PM'd Sehun on what he thinks. He's like something like Tiny Finn live forever or something. So I like the Tiny Finn idea, but I don't think it was phrased properly, so I changed the phrase to Tiny Finn Fan Club because like it was mad cute. And then I brought the idea to the Discord, everyone loved it, and we became Tiny.
Nice, very nice. So I gotta say, y'all did have one of the best team names this season too. It was like Tiny Finn Fan Club. All right, so
I feel like we skipped over one of the questions, or maybe I missed it. What are you going to it now?
yeah,
Yes,
I'm gonna do because we always have a tradition for the last question, so I want to lay that one here. So, all right, so plans for next season. So, because right now, of course, y'all are well above the 1800 cap now for next season. Y'all are currently sitting at 1937. So, kind of what are y'all looking to do next season for the team?
Well, we haven't talked about it at all because that's illegal until the off season. But I guess it is the off season now.
It is now. Yep.
So I guess Sehun.
Yeah. I'm probably not gonna play next season because off season is almost over, and new grinding's gonna start for ACC, and then I need to get those points to qualify for playoffs again, and so I might not play in. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna play in SHL, and we'll see in THL. Because I personally I want to practice for Conquest more than last zero standings. I normally just normally prep 2 weeks before DreamHack if it happens, and I still personally like Conquest more. And I think after I leave, the team would be fine for the cap, and I'm pretty sure Firefly would find a good substitute for me.
2 seeds across the league can exhale.
That's like, yeah, all the seasons like, okay, all right, don't have to worry about that next season. So, but no, best of luck for you in ACT next year. So, how about everybody else? Like,
Jasper, G-Kick, any like, do you guys want to stay? We haven't talked about it at all.
Yeah,
so
admittedly, this might be a question just putting you on the spot, so maybe this may not be the best time to answer it. If y'all just want to say, win next season, the championship.
Yeah, I mean,
again, you could say that.
I've had a great time this league this season, and definitely enjoyed playing with everybody on this team. So, Fly Sly is the captain, and if he's willing to have me again next season in SHL, I'm definitely up for it. In the next coming weeks, I'm gonna kind of make a decision on my own time commitment and see if THL's in my future as well. We'll have to take a look.
All right, thanks. Yeah, that'd be great. G-Kick.
Well, my team knows that I have fairly strong feelings about Conquest and last year's standing. I probably won't be on THL anytime soon, but I'd love to be back on the Teeny Fin fan club or whatever. If something else happens, I wouldn't mind going to a different team either. I guess.
Yeah. I think what's gonna happen for sure is that I'm gonna keep captaining. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have the time to play a match every week. I actually had to play like a few games on mobile this season, and that was not fun because like I was pretty busy and I was out. And I don't want to like owe that to my team and like have to disadvantage my team by like playing while I'm on the subway or whatever. But
right.
I'll be around captaining very likely. I'm just uncertain about my playing status. But yeah. The same probably applies to THL. Let's see.
All right. Well, excellent. So I'm sure whatever y'all come up with for next season, I'm sure y'all will definitely be in the early front runner for taking the SHL championship in season 5. So we have a tradition here on SHL Week 9. I think, of course, for the final episode, we have to do this. I guess I should ask Banja, do you have any other questions before we move to the final question?
I do not.
All right, excellent. All right, so let's go with the final Love, Marry, Kill for season 4 of SHL. And the Love, Marry, Kill, we've been doing cards up to this point, but I think given the results of the league and everything else, I think this is a reasonable question to ask. So, Love, Marry, Kill, current meta. Your choices are, and of course, I don't expect everybody to come up with a full, maybe we can come up with a consensus answer versus everybody giving their own personal answer for this. But Love, Marry, Kill, Tempo Rogue, Rozicus Priest, Jade Druid.
Let's have G-Kick go first.
Okay. Well, I guess I gotta love Jade Druid because every week I would practice it really hard and tech it for my matches, but it would always get banned anyways. But I love it. Marry, Tempo Rogue, and kill Rizaka's Priest. So stupid.
Damn.
Wow.
Hate that deck. It's awful.
All right. Anybody have any argument to other?
My pick would be love Razakis Priest, because I just got legend today with it. Felt pretty good. I had a pretty good win rate. I had like 20 and 5 today. It suddenly just worked. Like yesterday I went like 5 and 10 and I was so tilting. And then today it suddenly worked well. Like I had Raza DK on curve. I feel like I'm a good player. Marry Jadred, because Jadred was what made me come back to play Hearthstone. Because I left the game for a long time, and I came back because one day I was randomly watching Twitch, and then Kalenta was playing Jadred. It was like first couple of days of the new expansion, and then I feel like, wow, you can summon a bigger green guy. This deck is awesome. You can have a 1 mana card to cycle your deck, and then you can never fatigue. Like this deck is the best deck in the game. Yeah, and then kill Tempo Rogue because I never like playing aggro.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm kind of surprised already. I can't believe how we got along as a team because our other answers are like so different. Like me personally, Razakis Priest is definitely the one that you're going to marry. I mean, that's like the respectable one that you bring home to mom and say, this is the one that for the rest of my life. Tempo Rogue, we all know what love is. Tempo Rogue is the one that you love because I mean, Tempo Rogue is like the dirty girl that does the things that no one else will do for you, and that's the one you love. And maybe just by default, Jade Druid is the kill.
Yeah. I gotta say, my personal would be that. That would be my personal option.
Yeah.
Does anyone want a new 5 seed for their SHL team?
Yeah, I have the exact same answer as Jasper. Jade Druid is a deck that's, although it swept me in like the finals, it swept for me in the finals or something. I don't think it's fun. I love targeting it. Like I just like beating it. I think it's boring. It's not as hard to play as the other 2 decks, so I'd kill Jade Druid.
I had way more fun playing Big Druid towards the end of the season than I ever did playing Jade Druid.
Yeah, I'd love Tempo Rogue because Valir is the best, and I'd marry Razakis Priest because Anduin is such like a respectable prince, and I would become royalty if I married Anduin.
Ooh, good. All right, that's actually the best argument I've heard for the Marry Rozicus Priest. It's like I was thinking, it's like, yeah, the look is really cool. It's like, see, I can do all this stuff with this. I can heal myself, and then when I'm ready to kill my opponent, I'm just gonna kill my opponent too. So, but you're right. Rozicus or Anduin is now the king of Stormwind, king of the Alliance. So yeah, why not? So, Banja, or have
Yeah, I do like marrying the Razakus priest for sure. I think I would kill Tempo Rogue though, just because I hate Kaliseth so much. And then by default, that leaves J Druid to love.
all right. So, who has not given an opinion yet on this? Has everybody touched on this?
Let's try to guess what Arcane would pick.
Okay, so yeah, what would Arcane pick for these options?
Well, he hates RNG, so I think he's gonna kill Tempo Rogue because of the ability to high roll with it.
Okay, that seems reasonable, I think.
I'll let you guys choose the other two.
I've never seen him play J-Druid. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he would do.
Did he even play Highlander Priest this season?
Oh, it was his favorite deck. That's what he
Was it?
submitted for the blog post.
Oh. So
Oh,
he
yeah.
probably
There we go.
you probably marry that? I don't know.
He must have played J Druid a bunch. I mean, I think he brought Druid every week. I think he went to Big Druid towards the end of the season, but he probably loved J Druid and Mary Razakus as well. Maybe the other way around. But I think you're right. I think he's definitely killing Rogue.
Yeah, no, I would definitely agree with that.
All right, so let's see. Has everybody got to give their opinion on this? I want to make sure I'm not skipping anybody because we basically ended up us all giving our own personal opinion anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like, might as well do that. So, all
Yeah,
right.
I think we got everyone.
Yeah, excellent. So again, congratulations, Tiny Fin Fan Club. Congratulations to all y'all for winning SHL Season 4. Any final thoughts before we close this down for the evening?
I had a suggestion maybe for as I'm thinking about how young G-Kick is. I mean, 15. I think you're 15, right, G-Kick?
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe going into next season, you set up an award for generation gap or something along those lines, because I feel like I'm definitely the old man on this team. Maybe one of the older guys in the league. I feel like Get Off My Lawn is probably more of a fit in terms of team name for me. But I think we got close to 28, 30 years in generation gap on this team.
Dang.
I do think the generation gap is pretty interesting because I'm in my freshman year at college, and then like whenever people ask like what I do, I'll be like, oh, Hearthstone, and then they'll be like, oh, that's a waste of time. But like, no, I'm actually like networking and meeting like very interesting people. Like there would be like these adults with like full-time jobs that I can actually learn a lot of skills, like hard skills from. Like I know Jasper is very good at spreadsheets, so I know Jetlaw, a lawyer, so like if I ever need help with professional development, I know I can go to those guys and speak a little bit about that. So very cool. This league is like very cool for like meeting people and taking advantage of that generation gap.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So actually, I might be the oldest person on my team, but I'm not 100% certain. I could be wrong. It's like I'm 36, about to turn 37 next year, so I don't know. Arthur is in chat, so he'll tell me if I'm wrong on being the oldest or the. Oh, yep, he said he's 40. So okay, so I'm the second oldest for my team, but still.
Yeah, I'm 42. So.
Wait, I never knew you were. I thought. Oh my God! Really?
Yeah, I'm an old guy.
Are you my dad, Jasper?
Yeah. Can you
my
be my dad as
could
well?
be.
My son is almost as old as you, so yeah, it could be.
That's weird.
My dad is 44 and he plays Hearthstone.
Oh, I got my mom to play, and she was a rank 5 Pirate Warrior gamer.
Wait, rank 5? That's pretty good.
No, that was last season, I think.
Still pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Eric Hokie in chat said Tony is 60. Don't let him lie to you guys. So,
but either way, I think a generation gap award would be pretty cool just to see the disparity in generations that we really have in this community.
Of course, the one that I would really want to know the ages for an SHL team. If you're gonna call your team Dad Legend, I'm expecting everybody to be like, 28 and older almost for that. So, but no, I think a generation gap award would be great for next season. So, SHL board, if you're listening, let's see if we can do that. I guess we have to have a way to know what everybody's age is, but
it's an optional award. But if you want to get into it, then put your ages in.
You gotta.
It'd be a pretty cool idea for blog posts, like
it would be.
Age. And then just see age just say at like 12.
Wow! All right, calling out the THL team for on the SHL stream. I like it. All right. Okay, so anything else before we shut this down for this season?
I think we're good. I'm done.
All right. Well, again, thank y'all for coming on the show this evening. Banja, thank you for hosting the stream again for us. And just wrapping up, thank you everybody who's been associated with this show. I know we're only probably 5 episodes deep right now, maybe 6 at most. And we couldn't have done it without all y'all, without your support, without coming into chat and communicating with us and everything else. So until next season, goodbye, everybody.
Peace.
Thanks.
Peace.